This video is going to be all about SEO for bookkeepers, so let's jump right in. This video is going to talk about the do's, the don'ts, the things that bookkeepers get wrong when it comes to SEO. So when it comes to SEO, there are hundreds of things that you can spend time doing. You can write content, you can go for backlinks, you can do local SEO strategies, you can do Google My Business, you can do literally hundreds of different things. Not all of them are created equal. And this is where a lot of bookkeepers go wrong, is they're spending time and money and effort spinning their wheels on things that don't work. And so after 3, 4, 5 months, the results aren't there. They've spent a lot of time, money, and effort, and they're not getting phone calls, they're not getting leads, and they're back to square one. So this video is going to clear up some of those things and talk through a general SEO strategy that bookkeepers should consider. So what's the most important aspect of bookkeeper SEO? The answer is the Google Local Pack. So what is the Google Local Pack? This is it. This is how people search for things online. They type in things like bookkeepers near me, best bookkeepers in Portland, or variations of those types of keywords. You've probably done this 1,000 times for whether it's dry cleaners or restaurants or whatever it is. People also do this for professional services. When I started my business 2-3 years ago, how I found my first bookkeeper was by doing a Google search in my area and making some phone calls. This is how people search for things online. And if you are not found in this Google Local Pack, you're missing out. Data has shown that between 40 and 50% of people, they click on one of these 3 businesses first. Before clicking on ads, before clicking on the results below the map, they click on one of these 3 businesses. If they're searching from their mobile phone, which over 50% of searches are now from a mobile device, even people sitting at home watching TV, watching Netflix, they're no longer going to their desktop to do Google searches. They're just sitting there with their phone searching. Even people working, they still might be doing Google searches from their phone. And what you'll see is that what shows up here is click to call. There's not the ability to go right to a website. If you're on a desktop or a laptop and you type in best bookkeepers in Portland, you'll see that that there's a button that says website. And so why this is so important is, again, is if your competitors are showing up here and you're not, then you're missing out. And so how do you get found in this Google Local Pack? How does that work? It seems like this black box of, do I have to pay to be there? Do I have to pay per click? How do I do this? And so this is just to reiterate, this slide is that this is how people search. They search for bookkeepers near me, best bookkeepers in Portland, best bookkeepers in Beaverton, best bookkeepers in Lake Oswego, whatever the case may be. They're searching for these types of things, and the maps area, the Google Local Pack is showing up, and they're usually engaging with those businesses. So how do you rank in the Google Local Pack as a bookkeeper? It's your Google My Business profile. So these are actually Google My Business profiles that are ranking. If you do not have a Google My Business profile, you have a 0% chance of ranking in this Google Local Pack. So if you're a bookkeeper, it's likely that 90-95% of bookkeepers already have a Google My Business. However, a lot of them do it incorrectly. The way they optimize it, the way they structure their Google My Business is done wrong. And I'll get into that right now. So this is the back end of a Google My Business profile, and you have the ability to edit a lot of different factors within the Google My Business. And Google's taking note of all these things. What Google really cares about, and they say this over and over again in their literature, is comprehensiveness. The business that provides the most comprehensive information about where they're located, what services they offer, their pricing, everything that they offer, the most comprehensive business often wins. So when you're in your Google My Business profile, you want to provide the most comprehensive information possible. You can edit your business name. You can edit the main categories. So you'll see here that the main, when you type in best bookkeepers in Portland, the main category shows up here: bookkeeping service, bookkeeping service. If you're a bookkeeper and you don't have the main category of bookkeeping service, it's likely that you're not going to show up because Google's associating people searching for bookkeepers near me, bookkeepers in Portland, with businesses that have the main category of bookkeepers. So that's really important. There's a variety of other things that you can do within your Google My Business. There are photos. Yes, having dozens of photos of your location, the outside of the building, the inside of the building, the office space, the waiting room, everything that provides comprehensiveness to Google. Google's smart enough to kind of crawl that information to understand it. Same with the main description of your business. Instead of just writing one sentence of, we're a team of bookkeepers and can help you with your bookkeeping problems, sharing where you're located, exactly what bookkeeping services you offer, as much information as you can fit into the 750 characters that Google allows, you need to do that. Same with the services that you offer. On the left-hand side of your Google My Business profile, you'll see a section called services. Do you offer personal bookkeeping services? Services for large corporate businesses, for a specific type of business. Maybe you specialize in cannabis businesses or you specialize in a certain type of business. Sharing that information is really, really important because it's giving Google context about what you offer. The more comprehensive you can make your Google My Business profile in adding as much information as possible that's accurate is the best way to go about this. It's really not that special. It's not any sort of crazy trick. It's providing as much comprehensive information as possible that's accurate about your business. So now when someone's searching for a long tail query, such as bookkeepers in Portland that specialize in LLCs, now because you've added information on your Google My Business about that, Google's saying, okay, this brand is the best fit for this type of search. And people search for that type of stuff. They search for these long tail things, very specific, but Google has to determine based on all the businesses in the area, which ones should we show up? Which ones should we rank? And so the business that provides the most comprehensive information about that particular query is going to rank. There are dozens of other SEO strategies for bookkeepers. And for the sake of this video, I could probably spend 3, 4, 5 hours talking about the different things to think about, but that would be too much. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to talk about 2 things. The first is name, address, phone number consistency, NAP consistency. This screenshot is taken directly from Google's SEO starter guide. Yes, Google has released an SEO starter guide where they share information on things that you should and should not do. You can see that I've highlighted the word trust over and over again. Google, when determining who to rank, you or your local competitor, they need to think about the user. Google's job is to give the user the best result possible. And a big piece of giving the best result possible is, does Google trust your business is the right fit for that user? And so with your name, address, and phone number around the internet, if there are inconsistencies there, then you're not going to rank. So here's an example of a bookkeeping service that we have a tool that we can run their name, address, and phone number consistency across the internet, and it spits out a visibility score. So this business has a very low visibility score. What I mean by name, address, and phone number across the internet is you've got a Facebook page, you've got a Yelp page, you've got other pages out there that share your name, address, and phone number. Your Google My Business, your website shares your name, address, and phone number. Facebook, Instagram, all these different things. And if there's inconsistencies, for example, this business is named Fisher Bookkeeping on their Google My Business. However, on their Facebook page, they may have Fisher Bookkeeping Portland. On their Yelp page, it might be something different. Same with phone number. A lot of businesses, bookkeepers included, will try to use different phone numbers to track performance. They'll have one phone number on their website, one phone number on their Google My Business, one phone number on their on their Facebook page. You get the idea. And now Google, when it's crawling the internet, it says, wow, this business has multiple names, it has multiple phone numbers. If I show this business to somebody searching for bookkeeper near me, it's all inconsistent. If someone picks up the phone and calls, are they actually going to answer because I see 4 different phone numbers across the internet? Most businesses are not aware of this name, address, phone number issue. And this is a huge deal. There are hundreds of other things, as I talked about, but this is a big one that a lot of businesses get wrong. Second is writing comprehensive content. So here are 2 clients that we have. These are their results over the past year and a half. of going from basically 0 visitors from Google, people, organic visitors from Google to their website per month, to over 20,000 each. Both of them are now over 20,000. One of these brands is actually approaching the 30,000 mark. And you can see this is from April, and this video is filmed in May of 2021, and they're already up, getting close to 30,000 for May. How did this happen? We helped them create comprehensive content about what their target audience was searching for. So for example, Bookkeepers, their users might have questions such as, technical questions about specific bookkeeping problems for LLCs, for S Corps, how to switch from an LLC to S Corp and keep the books clean. All of these different questions, there are hundreds of them. And if you answer these questions comprehensively, Google's going to see you as being more authoritative than your local competitors. So most businesses do not create content like this. They don't think about it. So a big deal is creating valuable content about the queries that your audience is writing for. And as you can see here, it's clearly worked really well for these businesses. And this has led to their phones ringing off the hook and leads coming in every single day. So for the sake of this video, I'll end it there. If you'd like a free SEO audit where someone on our team will actually spend an hour looking at your bookkeeping website to determine how it's performing, we'll do that for free. Go to portlandseogrowth.com and we'll get that done for you. Thanks.